$24.
See, I just told you the wrong episode. That shows how much I've been paying.
This is all going in. Hey, everybody, welcome here. Episode 24, Jeff Gordon edition of the Pixel Forest podcast. In this podcast, we got three fine gentlemen plus Zach.
Oh.
And we have video. Oh, my gosh.
It's pretty freaking cool.
And
you might see this in video, you might see this in audio.
Maybe, possibly.
We're
trying video.
We're experimenting right now.
If you're listening to the audio version,
so
we're sorry.
Video.
We're probably going to name this like amateur podcasters episode because we don't, just like Jake said a couple minutes ago, like Ricky Bobby, we don't know what to do with our hands. But we have to now visually be entertaining and
we're going to do dances.
And not cut into the other frames like I'm doing right now.
We're going to do some dances. It's going to be fun.
We have to be visually entertaining now. Like, we got to step up everything. Our clothing.
As well as audio, because we still have audio listeners.
Nah.
Oh, well, you know, visually entertaining comes with time and knowledge of doing it.
I'm just natural. I mean,
yeah.
Look at me.
Yeah, sure you are.
I'm fucking gorgeous.
Pixel Force making moves. I'm Corey. He's Jake.
I'm Jake.
What? He's Corey.
And he's Corey.
Now all the people that don't
and that's Zach.
Now
and that's Brad.
Character unlocked. Zach.
All the people that don't like there's certain individual Pixel Force podcast.
Yeah, now you can
now have a face.
Now you have a face to portray your hatred on.
Now you can
well, there was the last video they did. The guy commented about that, what he thought we looked like.
That was pretty funny. I remember that.
I had nothing.
Guy was a cowboy.
You saw me for 2
I was a
seconds.
rhinestone cowboy.
I forgot what he called me. He said he pictured you as like
the troll who hates all video games.
Fatter and with a goatee or something.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, so pretty close, right?
Yeah. Anyway.
No, it's been a juicy minute since we have all seen each other. We had holidays. We had Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving was our last episode.
Yep.
And then I worked last weekend, so I'm a schmuck. All right, let's start off. What have you guys been playing since the last time we met up? Since the big meal.
Hey,
since you had that
probably since the last podcast, right? I bought Call of Duty.
That's right.
About time.
I jumped on the bandwagon.
And what'd you do the other day?
Uninstalled it.
Yeah.
But then you reinstalled it.
But then I reinstalled it.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
because he was playing later that night.
I was playing later.
I was so ready to call him out on it too.
Yeah, I'm uploading. It is what it is.
I wasn't upset that you uninstalled it at all.
It was just, I don't know.
Because
I took a step back, uninstalled it, and realized, thought to myself, I was like, I really just let a video game make me this angry. So, ever since then, it's just whatever. It's fucking Call of Duty. Oh, you got spawn killed? That's just Call of Duty.
The spawns are really bad, especially in this game.
They've always been bad.
Also, I feel like the learning curve in Call of Duty is so much steeper. I relate it to something like League of Legends or Dota, where it is hard to be good at Call of Duty. And someone who's coming to this franchise very new and what's Call of Duty? I never tried it before.
Good luck.
It is a savage game to play.
Dude, it is, yeah. Especially since I downloaded it and immediately we were in hardcore team deathmatch.
Yep.
That's as savage as you can get.
What's oh my gosh. The worst feeling is going from you're sucking and you're in hardcore TDM and you're like, this game's pissing me off. Let's go to regular TDM. And you're like, oh my gosh, it takes 5 hit markers now to kill someone rather than 2.
I hate that.
Yeah. It's like Halo. It takes a whole clip to kill someone.
Speaking of Halo, I actually watched a video the other night that was explaining the science behind the rings in the Halo games and stuff.
The science?
And how they don't work.
Yeah. And how it doesn't seem feasible, but if it did happen, this is what would happen.
The sun is cold, ladies and gentlemen.
But no, and then watching it made me think, man, we need to play some Halo. The 4 of us.
We should.
You want to bring me back to Halo?
Just some split screen team deathmatch Halo.
We should do some 2v2, 4-player split screen.
We can.
We should.
We should.
The main reason we all didn't play Halo was because of me. Because I had to uninstall the Master Chief Collection because I didn't have enough room. Problem fixed. Guess what came in the mail last week? My 2 terabyte hard drive.
External hard drive.
I actually
External
just had
hard
to
drive.
uninstall that not too long ago.
What brand is it?
Seagate.
Seagate's good.
Every external ever, probably.
I have a Toshiba external hard drive.
Really?
Really?
Yeah, talk about some Japanese bullshit.
Wow.
It's 1 terabyte though.
Okay. No, I figured like if I'm buying this thing, I don't want to have to buy a second one at another time, so I'm going 2 terabytes. I'm probably gonna have to buy one later when I eventually fill this one up. Because I only can fit 16 games on here. But
So
I'm down to like 8 games right now that are installed. Just using the regular 500 standard 500.
4. I have 4. 4 games installed. Yeah, 4.
Call of Duty.
Call of Duty. I still have Gears 4 installed.
So do I. GTA.
Yes.
And
5 games. Because I have Rocket League
probably got
and
a little over
Overwatch.
10.
2014 called.
that's all we've been really been playing. So what was that?
Nothing.
Before we get too
My
far
games.
off on Call of Duty,
My games.
there's something I want to bring up.
Go ahead.
So I saw something on the news that Call of Duty is rumored to get a Battle Royale style mode.
Oh yeah, I did see that.
Please
So-
don't.
It's going to be like you have to pick up weapons, you have to pick up perks, you have to pick up like all the stuff, like all the attachments.
The
and
maps
stuff
are
like
too
that.
small.
Yeah,
Well, there's
they
going to
are.
be like whole new maps probably.
Well, so this whole thing, so where the maps aren't that small, I realize this is something we need to do, right? We're all pretty much, except for Zach. Somehow Zach's good at Call of Duty.
It's very strange.
It's very
It's
strange.
very strange. He'll have
It's
nights
baffling
where he's
the
like,
shit out of me.
he'll have nights where he's like the best player out of our group,
And he
we're
plays-
like, what is happening?
And he plays as the worst class.
And then he has nights like the other night where he struggled to get
A
more
kill.
than 7 kills a game.
I'd struggle to get a kill.
Man.
Okay. But there was like one night, Corey can account on for this. It was on the USS, what was it, the Texas?
Texas.
Yeah.
Fuck that map.
Where I was just
That's a
under
piece of
there
shit, dude.
running around, bayoneting people left and right.
Oh my god.
And then I got a carpet bomb and just
How
got
do you
4
get
kills right in a
bayonet
row.
Kills in that game.
I got
People
4
who
kills.
are
I
not
got
paying
I got a
attention.
quad kill with
it's
bayonets.
it's easy in hardcore mode if you to get bayonet kills because there's no radar and people don't pay attention.
Well, it's
Yeah,
also,
pretty much.
I mean, when you hit the bayonet, you scream, you
That's why you just walk up on him and hit B. It
Yeah.
still counts as a bayonet kill.
you sound like Zelda, like when he's charging up the
Yeah.
sword. I always start the game out with that if I'm playing as infantry. As soon as we start the game, I always just hit the melee button so people go, what the fuck is this guy doing?
Probably one of the best feelings and the worst feelings is killing somebody with a random grenade throw and then getting killed by a random grenade throw. It's like the peaks and the valleys of playing Call of Duty. Like, you're like, just throw a grenade up over a wall and you kill somebody. You're like, yes! And then all of a sudden it happens to you. You're like, this game's bullshit. I'm shutting this game off.
No, we need to do more of the war mode where
War
it's
mode's
like
fun.
objectives.
It is fun.
You need to play Gridiron is what you need to play.
Yeah, Gridiron was fun.
What is
Depends
Gridiron?
on the map.
Gridiron is like Griffball, but in Call of Duty.
Yeah.
It is fucking awesome.
Oh, shit.
It's fun. Real
Of
fun.
course, then you can go into double overtime, get a draw. In like one match, while the other game you can go like 3 to 4 points
It's true.
or like 10 points.
Shit.
It's fun.
Wow.
And you can throw. I've noticed a strategy that people use is you're like, oh shit, go get the ball carrier because they show up in your screen and you're running at them. And as you're running at them, they'll throw the ball at you. So then once you run into the ball, you grab it and pick it up. So what they'll do is they'll be running at you and they'll throw the ball at you. And then all of a sudden you're holding a ball and you can't kill them. And then they gun you down and pick up the ball and keep going.
Holy
pretty
shit.
Good. It's
It's
pretty
pretty-
fucking funny.
It's pretty funny.
That's
Do
if you're
it.
lucky enough to catch just
Maybe
one
later
person coming
tonight.
at you.
And I've realized that you can pass it to teammates. If you stay in a group of people, you can pass it amongst each other,
Yeah.
which is really cool. It's fun.
All right.
It's just,
So we'll play that later.
speaking of shooters.
No.
Segue master.
No.
over here.
Corey, what's your segue? Go ahead with it.
Well, here's
Yeah,
my segue.
what
I played and finished Wolfenstein 2, The New Colossus.
Yeah,
Nice.
there we go.
Zach has also been playing it.
Yeah.
You still need to finish The New Order. you
Yeah,
son of
which
a
I
bitch.
gave you.
I haven't played the New Order.
All right.
But I gave
Do
him
you
that
know
a
how
month
many
ago.
games are coming in front of New Order right now?
Yeah.
Yeah. At least 8, because that's all I have installed on my Xbox.
So the New Colossus is actually really short. So it's not something you need to digest.
About how long would you say it was, though?
Took me about 10 hours total. But the gameplay is not very good. I will say the story beats are phenomenal. It is the best writing and storytelling in a video game that I've experienced in a long time. And that's saying a lot for a first-person shooter. And
That's Bethesda for you.
exactly. Like
Yeah.
last year with that Doom remake, I kind of kept comparing it to that, whereas like Doom is superior in terms of a gameplay perspective, but
Doom was a lot of fun.
They both have a great story, and the dialogue is just spot on. And Wolfenstein eventually got to the point where I was just playing to get to the next cutscene because the shooting is not very good, and like Whereas Doom, made by a similar company, it's all Bethesda. It forces you to use different guns. The level design is on par.
And you
with,
can't stop.
Yeah, you have
There's
to
no
just keep
stealth.
going.
You have to just keep running.
Whereas
Running
Wolfenstein is like kind of lackluster on the combat. Like I enjoyed the stealth aspect of it, but the cutscenes alone are just awesome, and the storytelling is fantastic. So I would say if you can play it, get it on sale, and just play it to beat the story because it is awesome.
Yeah, it's on sale right now for $30, right?
That's how I got it on Black Friday.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
Just the game's been out for a month.
yeah.
No, so I had met this own thought, and just hearing how you explain that is also now to help support this argument. Wolfenstein, I mean, not that it's not a great game, it's definitely a solid game, but could you imagine this was like a feature-length movie instead, like the same concept? I think it'd be a fucking kick-ass movie.
Yeah.
I just think the story itself, the fact that, modern-day Nazis and you're someone, you're fighting the regime. Like,
There
that's
There's
awesome.
actually been a lot of games like that, though, hasn't there?
That and like
Homefront was like
Homefront. There are a lot of like social commentaries about how if like one thing in the past was changed, we could be living in a world where it's run by Nazis, and that is a scary thought. And the portrayal of America and how it rolled over so quickly in terms of like Hitler coming to power, it is frightening, and it's very interesting to see how they portray the world with a new leader and a new regime just because of what happened in World War II. That was 60 years ago. Like
All the Nazis had to do was to get they've been prototyping like fighter jets for a long time.
Right.
All they had to do was get those ready, and then we would have been done for because our planes wouldn't have been able to keep up with them.
right.
How about this? How about we didn't bluff that we had a third nuclear bomb?
Yeah.
Because
Did
that
we
was a
actually do that?
huge. Oh, it was a bluff the whole way. We told.
I never heard.
We
I never
we
remember
bought. We gave them 2 nukes. They didn't. We didn't do 1 nuke then bluff. 2 nukes, and then we were like, if you don't stop, we will shoot another one. We did not have a third nuke.
that. Huh? I didn't know that.
You want to know something kind of bonkers and scary at the same time? During World War II, there was a German U-boat that was spotted 70 miles off the coast of New Jersey, which means they were scouting out places to invade. At least that's what I want to say is what they were doing. Why would a single U-boat be out there?
It makes sense.
But like, yeah, just thinking like even if the Germans figured out what beaches we were gonna hit when on D-Day,
Right.
that could have ended it all.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
But did I ever tell you the story? The Navy guy who spoke at that Veterans Day breakfast I went to.
No.
I mean, this was a half an hour thing. I'll try to condense it to 1 minute. This guy had no want or need to ever enlist, and the draft happened. He ended up going into the Navy, and he had a 1 week basic training, and the next thing you know, they were putting him on a plane to go up to Maine to get on a ship. That ship went all the way down the East Coast, went through the Panama Canal, up the West Coast. They were supposed to go to Alaska. Halfway to Alaska, they said, turn around, you're going to the Battle of Midway.
Wow.
So all the ships were coming, obviously, from the east going towards the west, towards Midway from the United States. Yeah. This ship was so far north and heading towards Alaska. It was the only ship that came from the west. And that was a big turning point, was the fact that this one ship, who was expecting a ship coming from the other direction, came all the way around behind. He said they were an unstoppable naval vessel. I don't know what it was. I don't know what kind of boat he was in. It was definitely more of
been very big.
It was an attack. It was definitely more of an attack-based ship.
More of a destroyer than like
yes, exactly.
And like a battleship.
Then he invades the actual land, and they win the war. They drop the nukes, all that, and then they're like, all right, everyone goes home except for you, and you. And they pointed to him. You got to stay here. Then they made him stay there until Japan actually signaled the white flag, and he was the one. Oh, there's the other thing too. He didn't know how to work a radio. The radio guy left. It was like, so congratulations, you're the new radio guy. And that's how he got his radio.
Why don't you just keep the radio guy?
That's how World War II was, though. They didn't like. It almost seems like there was no rhyme or reason to like how they promoted soldiers and what they did. It was just like, hey,
field promotion.
You're the last one alive. You're in charge of everybody.
That's the thing. It's like it's funny from this perspective. So for me to make rank. And for any branch, it's such a pain in the ass to do all this paperwork and this. If you get field promoted, woo!
Yeah.
Congrats.
You come back and all the paperwork's done.
That relates to the bone that you had to pick with the Call of Duty campaign, which I think...
Oh, man.
I finally finished the campaign, and it is a little bit unrealistic in the end.
It absolutely is.
And also they try to like, you think like, oh, like there's totally a concentration camp in that game, and you think like, oh, they actually went there, like, oh my gosh. But it's basically a museum. Like it's not anything to.
Are you talking about the mission itself? When you
I'm talking like the last 2 missions of the game are supposed to be this very heavy, heartfelt thing.
Oh,
but
yeah.
they don't nail it the way that past Call of Duty games have.
No, though the thing is, they associated this Call of Duty campaign with a very famous platoon that was actually active during the World War II, which was the Big Red One.
Yeah.
That's what you see on their
Yeah, you see it on their
left
helmets and their
helmets
helmets.
in the left shoulder.
Yep.
That shows what unit they were part of. So they were part of the Big Red One, and there's no. So first of all, the platoon. I mean, some of the battles, right? Like that winter battle where you're protecting.
Battle of the Bulge?
Was that was Battle of the
Yeah,
Bulge?
it was.
There, you have like it's what they try to exaggerate, make you look like you have 150, 200 soldiers.
Yeah.
You would not have. I doubt in my head that out of 200 soldiers, the highest ranking person you have is an E5 sergeant, because most people start at E3. So now maybe back in World War II, I would say they probably did start at E1, but
Right.
an E5, that's not that. That's really like that's very low.
Yeah, but you also
Like,
have to take into consideration
In
the
a
amount
year,
of
I could be
people
E5.
that have died in World War II.
Yeah,
and
it's
that-
like the most human
Like,
life.
That's probably all they
lost.
could spare.
Yeah, so I don't know the actual story, but
what I want is I don't want a battle royale mode. I don't want that.
oh my gosh,
Nope.
And there it is.
Back to that.
Nope, not at all. Don't want a battle royale mode. I want a single player DLC campaign that's a Pacific
That'll
campaign.
never happen.
No.
That's what I want.
All right.
Never happen.
After collect, is it time? A 30-second Call of Duty review.
For me? You want me to do a 30-second review?
No, he hasn't played the campaign. I don't want to hear his review.
No.
I'm only on the second mission of the campaign.
I'll do it.
All right,
I
you
will
wanna
do
do
it too.
I'll do it. Timer.
All right, Call of Duty
Why don't
World
you
War
just put a
II.
timer on it when you edit it?
Ready, set, go.
Call of Duty World War II. We're back to the roots. Bare bones Call of Duty. We're here. But oh my gosh, do you have to be a fucking cuck to be good at this game? Because my KD right now is .82, and I actually used to be good at Call of Duty, but wow, multiplayer kicking my ass. Now onto the story. Great story mode. I like it. They're bringing it back to the roots. The story was
Mediocre,
awesome.
okay.
I felt like it was a little bit short, but you know it was all there. But man, if you're looking for historical accuracy, it's not there. But awesome game. I'm giving it a 9 out of 10. Go.
9 out of 10? Dude, no.
Man, you're right. Too high.
It's too
8.4.
high.
8.4 out of 10. Go ahead, Zach.
Yeah.
Finish your rant.
All right. So EA is saying that microtransactions is still part of their future, which I'm not too happy about.
Yeah.
Mainly because they've
Because
got
everyone else is doing it.
well, no, they've got what's the game? Anthem or something like that? I think it's Anthem.
Yeah,
that's
Anthem.
coming out
That's
next
the
year.
new
Oh,
Bioware
that's going to
game.
be microtransaction filled because it's a
I'm
new
gonna-
IP.
It's gonna be open.
I'm
your
gonna
wallet,
give
100%
open your
guarantee it.
wallet and give it to me.
You know what's going to piss me off is
I really want to give that
after
try that game. 'Cause it looks
after
amazing.
Anthem, BioWare is due for a new Dragon Age, and if there's loot boxes in Dragon Age, I'm going to be fucking pissed.
You want to know what you do to play Anthem without spending $60 and doing microtransactions to play it? Just
What's
get it on a Redbox when it comes out.
There you go.
That's true.
But apparently, after all this sort of thing, EA stocks has dropped drastically.
Good.
They're-
Now would be the time
They
to buy
dropped-
EA
they're-
stock.
They've already dropped more than 8.5%.
They're corporate. They hired in. So think about this. They hired a bunch of new people like two or 3 years ago, and they've been fucking up their major franchises for the longest time. Think about how bad their So think about tentpole EA, Mass Effect. They fucked up. Need for Speed. They fucked up.
Yep.
Now Battlefront. They fucked up that
Dude,
too.
wait, did you see
Of
that?
all things, it's
you
Star
sound
Wars.
like you saw the same video I did with this guy. All he did was tear apart EA and pointed out every little fucking thing they did wrong.
They're terrible. They're terrible people, and they need to make changes.
They bought out a bunch of companies. I can't think of any off the top of my head, but like there were some big ones that they bought out, and they were like told the workers like, this is our plan. We're giving you this. Yeah, they're like, we're giving you this project.
Which means if there's a Titanfall 3,
It's going to be microtransactions.
Well, no,
galore.
but Spawn still exists, but there's legit companies where they were like Activision. I think they bought Activision. They were like, hey, we're gonna give you this. You know, you're working on this project, and we're gonna fund you with this. And then all of a sudden, a year later, oh, company's gone, done.
EA did not buy Activision.
It wasn't.
But they have business deals with Activision.
I said Activision. That was bad. See, I can't think of any on the top of my head, but They legit, and it's not just one company. They've done it for dozens of companies. They bought out and said, "You guys are all out of a job."
Yeah, they shut down Visceral, who was making a Star Wars game, and Visceral had made so much money off the Dead Space games. Yet, nope, like you don't have loot boxes in Dead Space, so fuck it, you're done.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead, Jake. What do you got? You were saying something.
Lost. It's gone.
Ah, that's
All right, I still have a little
Fuck you.
more.
He's got a little
God.
more.
I got more.
Zach's
I know he
going.
does.
Zach's going. Make
All right.
sure you change the camera to fucking Zach.
Oh, dude,
For once.
he's gonna have red devil eyes by the time I'm done with this.
So they feel that for the loot box stuff, they say they nailed it with sports games. They
Oh,
nailed
my
the loot box and stuff like that.
Yeah,
Net code on that's
Loot
garbage.
boxes in sports games.
No. They're saying they've nailed. EA has nailed. They're saying
Like they're
EA
Well, they're-
where you
are
buy
cards.
characters.
There are card packs in like Madden Ultimate Team and FIFA Ultimate
Oh,
Team.
so
Yeah.
is that why 2K games though make an infinitely better basketball
So
game?
let me put it this way. Yeah, 2K's basketball is way better than EA. EA's basketball sucks, but NHL, right? Big NHL guy. Used to be top 1% in the world.
That's my rant.
There's legit inflation when you go on the when you go to trade stuff. The most valuable items by the time eventually once you get so deep in that game is contracts. Just to keep your good players. Once you finally get your good players, you're like, okay, I need gold level contracts to keep them around. And usually a gold level contract's 13 games, which is a lot of games. But you have there's 3 people, 4 lines, that's just your forwards. Then you have another 6 people, 3 lines, that's your defensemen, and then you have 2 goalies. You have to keep all those people under contract. So, oh my gosh. Eventually, like a normal $1,000 contract, 6 months later, now you're paying 4,000, 5,000 credits to get
For the same contract.
for the same contract. Every single NHL I bought, there's inflation, and that's why I want to buy at the beginning so I can get all those contracts before
Look at this
inflation
guy.
happens.
Jake's gonna have to go off.
So I'm not about to go off.
Oh, okay.
I haven't gotten to that point
He's
yet.
like
but
he's itching. It looks like
I'm
he's
just
itching.
because I remember there was a bunch of stuff in the news saying how there's going to be like litigation to try to get rid of these loot box systems in video games. What is EA going to do if these loot box systems are actually made illegal? Not necessarily in the U.S., but in certain states. Like, what are they going to do to combat that?
Yeah, I think what was it? Hawaii legislature was saying that it was like a Star Wars online gambling site.
Yeah.
Battlefront 2. Yeah.
So people are actually there's a petition going out there. Over 100,000 people have signed it.
We want
To
to link
get-
it? Want to link it in the...
But
I just got a
it's-
video that talked about it.
It's-
But they're requesting Disney to cancel their licensing with EA, so they can't make any more Star Wars games.
That'd be funny.
who posted the video? We're obligated to
It was from Legacy Killa HD.
All right, so let's
Legacy
be
killer.
let's be real. Let's be real.
Oh, we're always real.
If it meant not having these shitty microtransactions and actually making it so I personally want to play the game, I'm okay with not having Star Wars games. If it means that they're not
Yeah.
going to ruin it the way
Star
that
Wars
they did.
games have been terrible since fucking TIE Fighter on the fucking N64.
It's bonkers to me that they're going to take
Battlefront
such
1
a,
and 2.
they're just going to
Yeah.
take such a huge
They're the original
franchise
Battlefronts.
and just
Well, they're ruining it right now because the new thing out is they may have leaked part of Episode 8 in the game.
Yeah.
Which, all right, so spoiler alert, I'm going to say it. When you get near the end of the campaign,
Wait,
spoiler alert,
if you're listening on Castbox, just hit that 30 seconds forward a couple times.
I'll make this 1 minute long, and then that's it. So in the campaign, near the end, they start talking about Kylo meets up with one of the main heroes of the quest, and he starts talking about is like her, and like you realize in the context they're talking about, there's like the main protagonist that you play as is a female. It kind of sounds like you're not talking about her. If you think about it really hard, like how with the situation they're in, they're talking about her as in their child, as in Rey, so the two main protagonists may be Rey's parents, which
Yeah.
is the main question we got leaving
Yeah.
episode 7 was who the fuck is Rey and who are her parents? Because we're all like,
Yeah,
it's got to be
'cause-
Luke.
because who is
No.
it? Yeah, because her parents left everything to go to Jakku.
No, they
left her on Jakku.
They left her on Jakku.
They left her on Jakku. Yeah,
'Cause that was her
so-
flashback, was the ship flying away. And
Yeah.
actually, so not the protagonist you play as, the other protagonist, he dies. Kylo Ren kills him, but the woman that you play as, she lives. So
I still haven't beat it yet.
Boy, you better get on that shit. What the fuck are you doing?
Hey,
You gotta beat Wolfenstein.
I gotta beat
you gotta
Wolfenstein, Call of Duty, and I've got to beat Star Wars.
You gotta
And
be
you gotta go to
You know what it
school?
is? You know what it is?
I'm gonna be
You're
late for
buying all
school.
these games, and then
I've got a problem.
you're not able to play them all at the same time.
That's
you have
what
to
I
buy
do.
one at a time, and then finish it, and then buy the next one.
That's
and
what I
finish
do with
it, and
all
buy the
that
next
beer
one,
in my
finish it.
room. I got.
Do we have any? Are there any news? Like, is anything? I feel like nothing's been happening in the game.
I got
industry.
news.
Oh,
Yeah.
I just
got
said
news.
what happened with EA. That's about it.
Yeah.
Player
you-
Unknowns has
I knew it was
announced
something.
that Battlegrounds is going to release on consoles at 30 frames a second,
That's shitty.
which is garbage. They said that it
They
can
just
run
said that now.
higher. Yeah, it was like yesterday, I think.
And the game's coming out next week, 12th, right? December 12th.
Yep.
14th.
14th.
It
So
says
Thursday.
Well, like Thursday at midnight, so like basically Friday.
Player Unknown said on Twitter, he said, while I previously stated PUBG would run at higher FPS at X Games Expo,
He won't say it.
I want to clarify that PUBG will run at 30 frames across all Xbox One devices. We're constantly refining the game and exploring options to increase FPS, but this early in development, we're unable to confirm more. So
Okay.
pretty much what he's saying is, the game will run faster than 30 frames, but we're not going to run it faster than 30 frames. It's pretty much what he's saying.
Yeah.
You're telling me, right now, this game coming out on Xbox is going to be the flagship game for the Xbox One X. It's going to be the game for the Xbox One X until they release more exclusives.
What are you talking about? They got Crackdown, man.
The Xbox One X is a 4K console at 60 frames a second, and you're going to release this game running at 30?
Honestly,
What are you
look,
thinking?
all I'm saying is you never hear the full story, no matter what you're doing. If it's video games or you're fucking someone's wife, you're never gonna hear the whole story.
I still think it's weird that on PC, on Steam, Battlegrounds is becoming a full-fledged release, but on console, it's still in game preview.
Well, that's a good thing. So, right? Let's put
Yeah, we were
both your
talking about that.
Yeah, let's put both your statements there together. So if it's still on game preview for console, that's good because it's only running 30 frames per second on console. So
But what
when they
does that
do
mean?
bump it to 60, it's on game preview. They're not going to charge you for it.
So on PC, though, are you able to run it at 60 even though it's a 30
Yeah.
frames based game?
Yeah,
No,
Okay.
well, that's the thing is on PC, I don't think it's 30 frames base.
it's 60.
Yeah,
It's
so
definitely
I
60.
think they're actually porting it down to put it on consoles.
But
But
doesn't...
since it's in game preview, they're able to up it when they want.
Oh, gotcha.
So-
Which makes sense.
Yeah, they're probably testing the waters.
It makes sense, but I don't know.
Right now,
I've-
this is only coming out on Xbox right now, though, right?
Yeah, it's only Xbox.
So it sounds like they're trying to do more. Either they're trying to do something with Xbox to make something happen. So they're like, all right, well, if we're going to do this, we're going to have to port it down to 30. Or
Well, I think that what they're going to do is they're porting it down to 30 on release so that they can test the cross-platform play and see if that works. And then if that works really well, they'll bump it up to 60 with the rest.
That makes sense.
Which
So, I mean,
that
that's-
does make a lot of sense. I mean, the guy's not an idiot. He created one of the most popular games on the planet.
yeah.
But, like, I don't know.
And total
just-
total original idea. Didn't copy it from H1Z1.
Well, no, he actually said that. That's, like, what we took this from. We took it and made it better. is
Yeah.
what he
Also,
said.
like, everyone
I like
else is copying Battlegrounds, so, like,
Yeah.
who fucking cares?
Yeah,
Call of Duty
I
will be
have
soon
more
enough.
news.
we just said it.
Like, more news.
Oh, yeah? More news?
Yeah, more news.
Well, let me say my news about PUBG. While you just got it, PUBG is coming out with microtransactions, but they're taking the Overwatch style at it, and
Okay.
it's just going to be cosmetic.
All right.
Which is all.
I'm okay with that.
The PUBG cosmetic things kind of suck already. So and they said with this microtransaction come in, they're also going to make the items you can get, like apparel you can get, actually like cooler stuff. It's pretty plain Jane right now. Like,
That's pretty cool.
the only the coolest thing you can get is a white and red striped shirt to make you look like Where's Waldo. But yeah,
See,
Anyway.
when they do microtransactions, I'm okay if they do it for like cosmetic purposes or even like
Oh, yeah. You told
Like-
us.
I'll still
I
pay.
know.
I'll
like
still
what
waste money.
like
on it.
what Overwatch does or like what Call of Duty does now, where it's like you get either gun grips, call signs, or
Yeah, like, I'm
occasional
even-
XP boost.
I'm even okay with the variant guns in Call of Duty because they don't
Yeah.
have an increase in any of the stats. It's just
All it does is boost
it
XP.
boosts XP or it gives you a zombie perk. Like I'm okay with that. Like
I
that's
mean,
what it
Destiny
is.
does it too with the Ingrams, but they do everything that you can get from other means. Like you don't have to only buy them from these Ingrams. Like I've gotten, what was it, the Sweet Business, the minigun, in like a bright Ingram, but I also got it 3 other times in like an exotic Ingram too.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead, Jake. Next bit of news.
Next bit of news. Who here is familiar with the franchise Dark Souls and has played it?
I've tried
played
it.
Dark Souls 3. That's it.
That's it.
I played it the day I graduated basic training.
Did you play 1?
Dark Souls 1?
No, 2015. Which one was relevant?
2.
Yes, that one.
I've tried
From
one.
Software, the developers who made Dark Souls
And Bloodborne.
and Bloodborne, they are rumored to be in production of making an Armored Core game.
Armored Core. Is that like the
What
next
is-
Yeah.
game? Yeah.
No details on it really. It's just that the rumor.
That sounds okay.
They're excited. They're thinking about revealing something at like the Game Awards.
Are you familiar with a game called The Surge?
Yeah, I have heard about it.
That's basically Dark Souls, but it's like in the future and you play as a robot. So if it was something like that, but good, because The Surge was bad, then that could be interesting.
So yeah, I found something that like there's a rumor something is gonna be coming to Rainbow Six Siege.
Really?
Yep. So there's a rumor going around that there's gonna be a zombie mode added.
I did hear about that.
Yeah. So mainly it's gonna be like you're holding off from the infection, like holding off from the zombies. Like
Isn't it so weird that they're still supporting that game and it's almost 3 years old?
Dude, that
It-
game
it
has
is
a
a lo-
huge following.
It's
yeah.
so
weird.
insane to me.
It's so weird.
When that
It's a
game
fun
came
game.
out,
It's so weird.
when that game
So
came out,
weird.
I was like, "Oh, they're charging $60 for a free-to-play game," and now it's like 3 years later, and they're like, so many people still playing it. I'm like,
yeah.
what the fuck?
But yet, it's weird because like it has a huge following. Like, there's got to be millions of people that play it online still, but it doesn't have any spot on the MLG circuit at all. There's no there's no competitive siege.
Yeah, what
Which
does
I'm surprised about
Ubisoft
that.
have in terms of the
Competitive?
emoji?
I
scene?
think. I mean, it also has to do with like balancing. Like, there's some characters in the game that are kind of broken.
I
Like
don't
Glass.
really think Ubisoft has.
Like
anything
I've seen people kill
Yeah,
enemies with
Wildlands
Twitch
is not-
and just using the drone.
I
They
think
got
a lot of games to be on the pro circuit, there has to be a lot of balancing issues. Because think about it, any game that's been put in that pro circuit, people are getting so good at it that they're doing things that the developers never even realized that like could be done in that game. So,
like fucking Rocket League.
but
watching
the ultimate balancing, right?
Watching pros play Rocket League is like
it's
it makes my brain hurt.
oh my god.
Because like the ball never touches the ground.
No.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Like it's ridiculous.
Mhm.
It's absurd.
I need to get my gold level status back in Rocket
You're
League.
never gonna get
Let's
gold
not
level
go
I'm
status
almost
back.
there. I'm right there.
You're not right there.
Let's
I
not
am.
go into that.
All right.
But,
Any other important news?
no, that's
what do
no.
you got?
All right.
Do you have a bit or news?
I got my weekly bit. This is my
Oh.
third week I'm doing it. Top gamer tags of the week. And
Oh,
look
jeez.
at that list I have.
wow.
Yeah. So I'm going to pick my favorite.
Wow.
So first one I'm going to put out there is not a gay rapper. Saw this one in Call of Duty. Definitely made me laugh. Breadfish.
That's a good one.
And playing with Breadfish was his friend Balloon Knot Fish.
Balloon not that's really good.
Basically butthole fish.
That's really fucking good.
So
Jesus.
yeah, those three.
That's awesome.
I got
Wow.
I got a lot of good ones on here. So like the gamer tags are coming up. You know.
They're getting good.
Those are top
I
three.
feel like people are realizing that numbers in your gamer tag is lame.
oh yeah.
trying
Oh
to just
shit!
come
I
up
just
with, like-
I just deleted one. I didn't mean to delete. I don't remember it. Oh no! It was something involving
Didn't me and you
Yoda.
see one that was like really good?
Yeah, we've seen a few on Rocket League.
I just
Yeah,
didn't write
no.
it down.
That one that you had, Brad, Wumpus Bringer of Death. That was pretty good.
Yeah,
It
I
might be
could
my
not-
favorite so
it was
far.
one. It was all spaced out. Like I don't know how we fit it.
Should we go to the comment section?
I do have one little bit I want to
Okay.
go over.
I have a
So
bit as well, so we need.
Corey,
we'll do
Corey
that. We'll go through that, then we'll go through the
Corey
questions.
comes so
There's only a
prepared
couple.
with his bits. He brings
There's
paper.
only 2 more questions that we haven't really gone over.
Okay.
So I found a little video. Gameology puts this stuff out every once in a while.
Oh, Gameology.
Yeah.
Hey, here's looking at you, Gameology.
So-
insert sound clip there.
These are a bunch of game habits that people have, that, like whether you notice you do them or not.
I did watch that video.
Yeah.
Farting.
It's pretty funny.
No. So tell me if you guys do any of these. I'm gonna just list them off, and you can say like yes or no.
All right.
Well, I know you all do this one. Swearing
100%.
while you're playing.
Fuck yeah.
Yes.
Dude, my filter completely goes out the window
Hey,
when I'm
Hey,
playing.
My
if
filter's
you're
out the window
gaming
at
and you're not
24/7.
swearing, you're a cuck. All right, that's all I'm saying.
Let's not explain to people. What
Now I know
that
you've
is.
done this. Saying you hate your favorite game.
Yeah, 100% all the time.
Oh my god.
When I'm winning, I love it, but when I'm losing, I'm like, this game fucking sucks. Why did I buy this game?
Brad?
Like there was the one time we were playing with Teddy. There was that one time we were playing with Teddy, and I was like, I raged so hard. I like stood up, shut my Xbox off, but right before I did it, I was like, I wasted $60 on this game and just shut my Xbox.
You texted us about Call of Duty about that.
We've done that so many times with Rocket League, where like we've lost the match like 6-0. Like, this game is fucking bullshit. I hate it. And then we'll be playing. We'll immediately like, you guys want to play another one? Yeah, I'll play another one.
Yeah, but
all right.
Right before we say uninstall, we leave the lobby.
No, next one: mashing buttons during loading screens.
No, I don't do that.
You don't do that at all, or even move the joysticks around.
I click my sticks. Yeah,
I think rookies do that.
Hear you
Rookie gamers.
I click my sticks so much.
We can hear you go.
It's because I play drums. I'm a spaz.
Because you do them to a tune. Yeah, ADHD, so you're just.
It's like
I still do it.
It's like in Assassin's Creed when you load in and it's like just this empty space and you.
Yeah,
can
what do you
run
do
around.
in that?
Nothing. You just.
I just
run
in a circle.
I just run in one direction in hopes that like one of those times I would load that something would pop up. Like
nothing.
Whoa, a balloon nutfish.
All right, so mashing your button during cutscenes.
One button.
No, I love cutscenes.
Yeah, same here.
All right.
If I've seen it once before, auto repair.
Now I know I'm definitely a victim of this one. I do this one so much, constantly reloading. Like even if you get a kill with like a single bullet, I just reload out.
That's actually probably 3/4 of the reason I die all the time in Call of Duty.
Well, we are amateurs. We lost about 6 or 7 minutes worth of footage there, but don't worry, we're going to get you right back to the action where we were answering your guys' questions.
All right, so this one's by Lori Cattle.
Thank you, Lori.
Thank you, Lori. If each P-Force member had an Italian dish named after them, what would it consist of?
What?
Yeah, there's nothing with the games. Just
the Collier.
Wait.
Oh, shit,
Italian dish?
if you had an Italian dish named after you, what would it consist
like
of?
Like an Italian restaurant.
No,
yeah,
dish.
A dish, like any a
Pasta
meal.
Fazool.
Mine would just be Mine would be no red sauce. Fuck that shit. Mine would be like vodka, like white sauce.
But no, pink sauce.
Linguine with meatballs.
Ooh,
that's like a
Mine's
dish.
gonna be kind of weird.
all right.
Right?
So weird.
I would go fettuccine.
Awkward pauses.
I would go fettuccine for the pasta.
Okay. Thick.
Yep, super thick. And probably like an Alfredo or white vodka sauce. And it would have chorizo in it. Because it would be like that spicy, salty goodness in my belly.
So I'm not Italian. I don't have any Italian blood in my family line. So I'm not going to try to fake that I'm Italian, but I'm still going to say it's an Italian dish. So Italian, right? Pasta. We're going to get some sweet pasta. Rigatoni is the best.
Why are you talking like that?
Because I'm trying to fake it.
Is that like the spirals with the ridges?
No, it's a straight noodle, symmetrical with the ridges on the outside.
Okay, ridges, yeah. I love ridges. I love ridges.
Like the potato chips.
I love ridges in my pasta.
Dude, so do I.
It holds the sauce much better.
Dude, let's be real. Penne and rigatoni, like the noodles, are way better than just like the spaghetti strands.
Oh, I do like bow ties though.
Bow ties are okay, but they're not better than rigatoni. All right.
Rigatoni.
I don't know why I'm doing that. I work with a lot of Italian. We're gonna do pink vodka sauce, because that's awesome. Add a little Parmesan, but because this is where the not Italian element comes in, onion rings, fried onion rings, just in the dish. And then, but you're gonna position them nicely. That's where the meatballs go on top of it.
Make it look like a volcano.
I used to be a cook in high school. Presentation's everything.
He used to be a cook, but he's like a line cook.
Yeah, so I used to tell people I was a chef, but I was a cook. I was a line.
That you were working.
I was a line cook.
You were working.
A line cook.
All right, so we're just doing this then. So I'd probably just do a pizza because I don't really know many Italian dishes.
Yeah, why did we all go with a pasta dish?
You uncultured swine.
And whatever. I'm Polish, not Italian.
What about fish?
Ooh.
Oh, great. Now you got him thinking about it.
Corey, what are you doing? All right.
I'd probably.
So pizza. What's?
I'll stick with pizza. I don't know how they cook their fish.
Pizza.
So
The pizza, goddammit.
I'll go mainly. I say just go light sauce with a lot of meat on it.
white sauce with a lot of meat.
Why don't you
Do
go
you-
no
do you
sauce
like
with
meat,
eggs and
Zach?
sausage
Is
on
that-
it?
Yeah. Well, I'm not a huge sauce fan either, though.
He's a big meat guy. You hear that?
I know where
He's
you're
a
going
big
with
meat
that.
guy.
Man, shut up.
All right, I'm not doing my bit because we
Meat guy of
fucked
the
up
week.
the video.
I'm gonna see if I'm gonna look at my
Stay
phone.
tuned for next time.
Then we'll do
Corey's
the bit.
shit bits.
Yes. No. Now that we hopefully have video, we almost have video working.
Almost.
Almost.
We tried.
Since we're getting close, and
Well,
either way,
to be fair, I literally started charging a battery 20 minutes before you guys got
Yeah.
here. So
all right, no worries. But we do want to start doing more video stuff. We kind of got our shit working now. So
Kind of.
I'm gonna say this: if y'all got any ideas you want us to do, like live action kind of shit, send it in, and we'll say fuck no. All right, Zach. Final thoughts.
I have a lot of campaigns to beat.
Yeah, you do. Corey, final thought.
Don't play Wolfenstein 2 unless you're... Or play Wolfenstein 2 if you're not paying $60 on it.
Go for the campaign, not the shooting.
Yeah.
All right, Jake. Final thought.
I'm ashamed that I reinstalled Call of Duty.
All right.
All right, my final thought. I just bought a PlayStation 4 headset by accident for my Xbox, and I'm going to use it anyways.
Oh, that's great.
And that's
I did not know
100%
that. That's
true.
hilarious.
This is Pixel 4 signing out episode Jeff Gordon right here.
You
number
bought a
24.
PS4 headset because vapes.
Yes, that's it. All right, oh no, there it is.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh.